Welcome to My Hero 360, a community that features the voices of our heroes who bring awareness and advocacy for health conditions. And the Fountain House Gallery, a space that showcases powerful artwork created by people living with mental illness.
My name is Issa Ibrahim, and I'm an artist, an author, published author, a musician, a filmmaker. I have my hands in a lot of different pots, but it's all in the art realm. I'm an artist all my life. I try to keep my finger on the pulse of social issues, and social justice and culture, the bankrupt culture we're all living through. It's been a through line, an unintentional through line actually, but it's been a through line throughout all my work. I mean, being an American kid, I grew up drawing pictures of Elvis Presley and the Beatles, because it was fed to me. And as I grew older and saw the truth of how the culture is created and appropriated and fed back to us, I still painted pictures of those same figures, but with more of an accurate or truthful underpinning. And that's just been what I've been doing for the last 30, 40 years now. Through the Living Museum, that's a art rehab program on the grounds of Creedmoor Psychiatric Center, where I was a patient for many, many, many years. And they did an outreach. Fountain House and Living Museum collaborated in a show in like 2010 or 11. And I've been connected with them ever since. And I finally joined in 2018, 19. And it's changed my life. It's changed my life, as I kind of knew it would when I met the organization in 2010. But I was still at the age at that time where it was like, I was very rebellious and didn't really want to belong. I belonged to the Living Museum and connected to Creedmoor, the hospital. And so I didn't really want to connect myself to anything at the time. But now I'm ready. I felt ready in 2017, 18 to put down roots, and it's just been a wonderful experience here. It's given me a more renewed sense of purpose. I always had a sense of purpose as an artist, but it's just fine-tuned that, And it's given me a sense of community that's just been fabulous. Like-minded people, artists with mental health issues, or who can resonate with the mental health situation. I don't want to say mental health issues, because a lot of us are doing very well. And I've been stable for decades, And other people here have been just doing fabulously. So I don't want to say we have mental health issues, but we have a mental health background, let's just say, and can empathize with people who are not quite together some days, or who kind of flux in and out. And we all support each other. It's very supportive. It's very empathetic. It's just a wonderful community. And not only just the people who are the artists or the people who are the members of Fountain House, but the staff are all just dynamite, So it's just a wonderful community, sense of community that now more than ever in 2025 is what's needed. And I didn't think I needed it as much as I did. I use my art to kind of see where I've been. I'm constantly creating, and it takes like a couple of weeks, sometimes a couple of months. But I reflect, I'll pull a piece out, I'll reflect on it and look at it and say, oh yeah, I remember when I was feeling, not just thinking something, but feeling that when I did that. And there that is in that contour. And that's that little piece there. And it helps me kind of process what I'm going through at the time subconsciously, and then very consciously when I reflect on it weeks and months later. It's like having the ability, I don't want to tout this too broadly, but it is like having the ability to do a self-therapy on yourself. And I do that with my music too, my writing. Everything that you create is a document of what you've been through up to that point and what you're going through at that moment. And if you have the ability to tap back into that later, you can process it and work through whatever issues you were having at that time. It kind of puts a different face on what some people look at, what people with mental illness are capable of. And it's usually always a very positive thing. And just for an outlet for people with mental illness to kind of come to here at the gallery or go to the studio in Long Island City and work out their issues or just work on something. And wash it off themselves, wash off their psyche, and have a place to do that. It's just a godsend. You know? It's healing for the people doing it, and enlightening for the people who see it, who may not necessarily think we're capable of doing anything other than pushing people in front of subway trains. It says a lot about me, but it also says a lot about the cultural situation at the time, and kind of tells the future. But like I mentioned before when we spoke, I was in a mental hospital when I painted this, and that's kind of how I saw myself at the time, being someone with tremendous potential, and it's wasting away. But then I had like a dual meaning where I kind of saw it as the American ethos, you know, the great American Superman. Yeah, this one means a lot, but they all mean something. They all have a special meaning. They're all my children. They're all my children. I have a special connection to all of them. You know, but this one, I'm glad after 30 years, it's finally found a home. So that's a good thing.